All right, we are live. They're hanging out, doing the things. But yeah, we are going to be doing some Minecraft today and playing around in creative, working on my nether hub, all that good stuff. But yeah, we're gonna hang out, work on the nether hub, and get a good design going. Mostly just because I want to try out adding in the 1.20 blocks and some things. I've already got some stuff kind of mocked up just to see what works, what doesn't, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we are checking all of the socials, making sure everything got blasted out. I'm not checking Twitter anymore. I'm checking X. Ugh, I don't even know. Like, the fascination with the letter X and using it to brand everything is so strange to me. It's like I'd heard that Mr. Musk wanted to do that with PayPal, and they were like, no, and he's like really wanted to do it, and so they like ousted him real fast, which was funny because I think PayPal is the only actual thing he helped found. Like, I know that he is listed as a founder for Tesla, but like that's a title he gave himself after he bought it. But yeah, so it's just one of those things where I don't get it. Like, you don't rebrand. You don't totally rebrand and rename something that you bought for $40 billion. Especially with something that, like, it's already so established in the social like sphere of things. It's why Facebook doesn't go by Meta. Like, they created a parent company for Facebook. Like, Facebook is still Facebook. Like, I know that they created Meta, but it's Facebook by Meta. So like, they created this parent company to kind of govern and oversee Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp and all the other things like that. So I don't know what the point of all of it is. It seems to be like for people to keep thinking that Musk is like this business genius. It's very much not a thing you should do. I mean, it might have some sort of success, especially with the people who already enjoy Musk. But, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I can't see really any positives for the rebrand. I don't get it. But, oh well. Guess I'll be Xing or Zeeting, because I think that the goal now is that instead of a tweet, it's an XEET. So it's a zeet. So we're zeeting, or it's a exit. It's an exit, an exit, an exit. We're exiting. Like, why would you want to name your app and rebrand your app the icon that you use to close apps? Like, I don't get it. Why would I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. It doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. Yeah. All right, let's hop over to make sure. Oh no. There I am. Had to make sure everything was working for that. All right, so I did some more stuff here. Made things look a little nicer. This is kind of what I'm thinking for one of the builds in here. I do like the inclusion of the red nether brick and the regular nether brick. I think that's going to look good. I redid these because now we have the hanging signs. So I like that. And I wanted a little bit more subdued lighting. So we'll just use that for now. Yeah, the inside of this is pretty neat. So when you're just walking up, it's just a circle stairway. Or spiral stairway, I guess. With a little bit of a little railing there. And this goes the opposite way. And that's about as far as up you can go, but you should still be able to look out windows. All that good stuff. And this is mostly just for decoration. It's not really going to have a function. The nether hub itself isn't really going to have a function except to be like a safe place to walk around. Go to the nether portal here. Get beacon effects, all that good stuff. And where our respawn anchor is going to be. So I figured it would be fun to put it right underneath the nether portal and our big beacon. So I got some different kinds of stuff here. This is the center, and that's where I want the respawn anchor to be. Lodestone. Is that the thing I use? Respawn anchor, not lodestone. All right. No E's. All right. Okay, you don't give off light, which is fine. We do need you because we are going to have dispensers dispensing up into this. That. Filling that up. So let's do that. Like that. Okay. And we will have a refill station like off on one wall. That where we can put glowstone. sure that's all connected. Yes, that all looks good. Okay. All right. No more E's. All right. Here. Okay. Now we kind of have to figure out what kind of aesthetic do we want for this area. Because it's going to be dark because one, it's the nether. We're going to be underground. We want it to kind of match our design palette up above, but it doesn't have to be exactly the same. It can just be, you know, reminiscent of. Okay. So now we need to think about what we want here. Now we could do a simple like black and white kind of look. Which could work. I don't hate using the blackstone stuff, especially for like these blocks here, because this is going to be where we land if we are ever respawned here. There we go. And that emits light when fully charged. And I imagine okay. I don't know if I like that. We can figure that out later. I feel like we can figure that out later. Let's add in a little obsidian. This will be kind of like a darker center. Just wondering, why is there something missing? It's because of that. Okay. And let's go with something a little different. So smooth quartz and quartz. So smooth quartz has the... Smooth quartz doesn't have the lines. That's what I want. So let's do some smooth quartz. Let's make a little design here. Play around with some shapes. Okay. What else can we add here? Ooh, actually, let's add these. Let's see what we like more. I like the bricks more in this context. I think that looks a little bit better. I think it's gonna work a little bit better. Okay. What else? Okay. And now, let's see. What should we do? I do like this cherry wood. Coal. The skulk blocks are cool. We don't have any of those yet. Hopefully we will later. Let's do skulk in the corner. That. That is a fun block to place because it sounds awesome. It sounds squishy and like there's mobs nearby. Like it gives off like a kind of a scary ambient sound as you place it. Like, all right. Maybe some of this. Calcite. Yes, calcite. Ooh, I like it. I think that looks good. There we go. Let's throw in a barrel here for the glowstone refill. Okay. And now we need to design the walls. So I was thinking we could have kind of like a utility wall. So let's take these down here. Like that. And let's create a utility wall. So we'll indent this a little. So this will be a good place for when we need to do, you know, some crafting or smelting quickly, things like that. But we will indent here. I think this is enough room because we want each of the workstations to make sense and also be to fit in with this nicely, like in the design. Okay. Let's see. We got an ad break in about 3 minutes, so be ready for that. Let's see. Let's first figure out how we want to set this up. So crafting bench doesn't need a lot of space. Stone cutter doesn't need a lot of space. Grindstone might, just to make it look fun. A furnace will need quite a bit of space, as the blast furnace and smoker will. Anvil doesn't, but this can kind of all go together. Brewing stand might. Flushing table doesn't do anything yet. Alright, so these are kind of our off ones. So let's start with this stuff. Actually, let's grab some barrels for storage over here as well. So let's do crafting table. Actually, no. Let's grab some of the smooth basalt. Put you up like that, down here, and then like that. I think that looks good. And now we need okay. So with these, we actually, so we're gonna put them, let's see. Complete redstone. Papa. So what I want to do is make it to where these are kind of set into the wall. With that kind of working. Input above. So input has to go right at the top. What could I do here for input at the top? Okay. We could do this. So what we do is this will be for fuel. And then we put so that's fuel. And then we do this as input, and then we can just cover it with trapdoors. I think that can work well. There we go. Like we could just do this. I think that looks good. I think that looks fine. And you just put fuel in there. So for instance, oh, I know what I did. Ugh, okay. Okay. There we go. Yeah, okay. Okay. That works for me. I don't like all of the looks like bricks of chocolate, little like chocolate bars. It's very much like a waffle cone look. Let's see. So we've got those. You're done there. We could do something like this. That. Let's go this direction. Make it make sense just a little bit more. Do that, we might as well bump it over a little bit. There we go. Okay. I think that works. Let's maybe try over here, balance it out a little bit. I think it looks best right here. And then these can really just go in the wall. So let's do, no. I don't want to hide the cartography table. So let's do something like this. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Right. Oh. I didn't know it would do that. I didn't. Is it because I'm in the overworld? I feel like it's because I'm in the overworld. Oh my goodness. My goodness. No, you need to stop, sir. Yeah. Right. Well, Time to build it back up again. It's so bad. Like, ugh. Such a pain. Just clear all that out. Grab what I need. All right. Do not right click. Whatever I do, do not right click. All right. Oh, that blew up some of that too. That's crazy. That's such a big explosion. Let's grab some of these. Some of those. Some of those. I am really liking to use this wood right now. So that's what we're gonna use. That. We are gonna keep this. But we do need some color and some light. Do I have the mushroom or shroom lights? I do. Get the basalt. Let's get the coal. I do like using salt in places. Just to give some variation. Just these two for right now. Do we have any other dark gray like that? I like the deep slate. I think that looks nice. Ah, poop. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we can add some of this in here. Let's break it up a little bit by putting in a little bit of this. Yeah. Something like that. Put another shroom light up there. Right. I think that looks pretty good. Let's add some of these back here. Add a little, maybe, space underneath. How to do this elegantly. Of course, just rip into it. Just put in a little void back there. And do that. Okay, and then let's add in some gray carpet. It doesn't necessarily matter what we use, but we could use like stone buttons or whatever, but gray carpet I think will work really well. And that's just in case things want to spawn, which they shouldn't want to in such a confined space, but that one block could allow them to spawn. Why is some of this, like, the striations are weird? There we go. Now, let's add in some, like, darkness from here. Actually, let's do this more. is, let's just fill this in, and then we can play with some of the shape here. And then we'll figure out what we want to do for the front. So let's go into... We're going to try not to put any light coming from up in here. Okay. There we go. Doesn't have to be too much. Just a little bit. Yeah. Kind of makes it look like I built it into, like, the wall of the basalt. I like it. Okay. Now let's figure out what we're going to do over here. Now, what is going to go well with that? I think some black stone. Let's grab the polished as well. And maybe a little bit of the nether brick. How do we feel about that? Better. Which one do we like more? This looks more like we made it, so let's do that. Might keep that. Let's grab these. Oh, no, that's going to be too bright. How bright are you going to be? Well, that's not bad. Okay. Ah. No, too matchy. Too similar in color. We want a little bit of contrast. So let's go push this up. Do we like that? Let's bring this down one. Because I don't think we want it necessarily to touch the ceiling. There we go. Like this. I like that more. Okay. Let's do this. With some of the stem. Okay. Actually, let's put stem here. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. This looks good. Then we can do... that. Gives it a pop of color, but not a whole lot. While also kind of making this space look big because we dug it into like a cavern. I like it. Okay. Now let's do the next section. So this section is going to be our enchanting section. So if we need to enchant, we can. We now have the chiseled bookshelves to play around with. And I think we're going to use the cauldron in here. We'll use the candles. We're going to use a lot of these blocks. Use some crying obsidian. Regular obsidian. Yeah. Yes. Go. Let's go in one more. One more. Okay. So we need this to be the bare minimum of what we're doing. Here. Come. I think that works. And then we can kind of, you know, build in a little bit of fun book area things. Building it up. That. Throw in some empty bookshelves. There we go. So now let's put some candles. For some lighting. And we can add more candles over here. Just lots of little candles. Did I not light you? Oh, I did. Okay. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. And then we will, of course, put our barrels there. Now let's add this stuff. First we're gonna add you being right there. And then, I don't know, like right here. Let's add some water in there. Some water in there. Just because. All right. So we're just going to add in a bunch of this, of these blocks of amethyst, because this is going to be like our, we found like a geode in the nether type thing. I think that'll look pretty neat. Once we kind of figure out its exact shape, I'm just kind of doing the outline of it now. We'll punch it in a little bit as we need to. One up. I do love placing the blocks of amethyst. It sounds so good. There we go. Okay, and that gives us a little bit more room. It's not as claustrophobic in there. And I think that'll give us a really good space to work in and enchant in. So now let's add the floor, but of course we want to add in a little bit of this crying obsidian first. And this is a floor. Yeah. So now let's bump stuff back. To make it a little irregular. Go. That. That looks pretty good, I think. Do need to bump up this a little. No, we can't. But we can come down a little. So we can maybe something like that. Putting in some of these different crystals. All right. That. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and now we need something to kind of be the border for that. So now we can go with, I think, this. Let's do something a little different. Maybe do a little deep slates. Do the tile texture. So let's do a little bit of this to put right in front. Now, do we want to mimic the same opening? I think we could do that, actually, and do a pretty good job. Then go over one. Cracked one here. And a regular one. Oh, nope. Wrong one. There we go. And then we'll put regular. Regular. We are gonna put a cracked one here. All right. All right. And I think to give this just a little bit more depth, we're going to do that and that. I just realized that not much of this is spawn proof down here. So let's add some things to help with that. We'll have to think on that for this stuff, because this will be fine. Pretty much. I don't think anything can spawn on that, but we're just gonna put a carpet there just in case. I do like that. I think that looks really good. We are going to have to figure out how we're going to cover up some of the areas here so it's not spawnable in the nether, but we can figure that out. We'll have to do the same thing up here. Some of this is going to be fine because this takes up that space, but like this block here is spawnable. This one here is spawnable. Almost all of this down here is spawnable. So we're going to have to really go over this, especially when we build it in the world. In creative right now, since we're in the overworld, we're fine. Same thing with this over here. This might be easier to get away with things because the palette is very gray. So we can put a lot of buttons and great carpets and pressure plates and things like that over here. The center space is going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with, I think. Let's look at the ceiling here. Let's see what we can do with this. I do want to utilize ladders to get up and down. And we're going to have one on each side. So this one is on this side, so the other one won't be on this side. And it's just going to alternate. For the ladders, let's see, functional blocks. Let's add in some of you. Glowstone. add in some of these trapdoors. Mangrove. Mangrove. What do we think about mangrove? Maybe that could be a dominant color up here. I think that could look good. Can't build up too much. Can only just kind of start at this layer and work our way down. Okay. So let's think. First, we want to think lighting. No. Let's first think design. So let's go with like a rafter situation here. So let's go in 2 blocks. Okay. And we'll just put this as a placeholder for now. I don't hate what we're doing. Because we can use this as like a grid to help us build down as well. And then this could be one of the blocks, furthest blocks up, elevation-wise. That way, when we are designing our ceiling, we're not limited in going up. We already know what one of the final layers is going to be. Go. I have this square shape that we're dealing with. Do that, and then this, and then boom. That's too bad. I think that works. So let's go and do that for light's sake. Easier for us to see. And what's nice about this is that this isn't a resource that's going to be tough to farm up because it's just wood. Okay. So now I don't really want to use these yet. So I want to get away from the mangrove and do something different. Use a different color, a different texture. But I'm going to keep them because in case I want to go back and blend it better. Now we want something darker. We could go with deep slate or we could go with blackstone. Deep slate, the blackstone, the texture, like the color's nice, but the texture is very harsh. This is a little bit more neutral. And with this, that might blend better. But let's go with the polished and the chiseled. And put the chiseled here to help bring that to bring these colors and textures together. Now we could do something simple and just do the rim of this and just the polished steps. Polished deep slate steps. I think that looks pretty good. And then let's go with the layer of slabs. Now what we could do to a layer of blocks. Add in our glowstone here. Change the texture a little bit. And then we could do that. And then maybe some of these. And these don't add in much light. Ooh, I don't like how blocky that is. No, ew. Never mind. Shorter is definitely better on that. What would a iron trapdoor look like here? That looks a little bit better in this particular scenario. How does it look with balance with this one? No. Just stick to one there. All right. I don't hate it. Can we do to blend it back? Can we add in a layer of this? Will this be okay? Will it be acceptable? Will it throw everything off balance? We shall see. It's not too bad. It's a little stripey. It's not too bad. Now let's bring in one more maybe color or texture. Let's see. What do we think about this? Is this going to be too bright? I don't hate it. The mangrove wood has some red tones in it since it's kind of an orangey brown. So it definitely does work. I'm just wondering if the texture is a little too loud and the color a little too vibrant. I think in the context of the nether, it will be better. It'll be not quite as vibrant because of that kind of nether haze effect. So I don't hate it. And it does give us some good light in here. Let's take these out. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now, what are we going to do for the little section here? We could go back with these. Let's see. Something like that. I think that is acceptable. Let's just put these right here. Yeah. A little industrial, but I think it works. And boom. I think that works really well. Gives us a nice way to get in and out. You just come out here. Good. All right. Let's look at trapdoors for this. We probably should go with something dark, like like one of these. I wish they give us like some stone trapdoors. I think that would look good. Give us a little bit more variety in color and texture and depth. Because, you know, slabs are great, but like this is like a quarter of that size. So this gives us a little bit more to play around with. And I think it could look really good. Okay. And now we're not getting any light from out here. So all the light now is coming from our light sources, which I think works really well. This is surprisingly bright with really just candles. So that's nice. All right. So now we are going to call it, I think, there. We are going to raid out and, you know, see who's doing stuff. Let's see. Hi, it's Kai is streaming. So let's go to Hi, it's Kai. We love Kai. She's great. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching and hanging out. Make sure you check me out on all the socials: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, here on Twitch, all at mMrRetro. That's mMrRetro. That's 2 M's, 2 R's, ETRO. Make sure you hit that raid button. I'll talk to you later. Bye.